What's going on, YouTube? This is BBSP. I'm back with another video and shit, and I want to touch on a couple things, man. Kyrie Irving and the situation with Russell Westbrook and the Lakers, man. First, I'm gonna get Kyrie out the way. As you all know, he picked up his $35.6 million option to opt in for one more season with the Brooklyn Nets, and I never really bought all the stories about him going to the Lakers and him doing this, doing that, and shit, right? Because we all know, now granted, I'm 100% behind Kyrie with this whole vaccination shit. Okay, I feel like you shouldn't be forced into doing something that you shouldn't, your body, you're not comfortable with it. End of the day and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you want to take the jab, you know what I mean? That should be a free of choice. End of the day, you know what I mean? And I feel like he got too much flack for that. As far as that is, he got too much flack for the not taking the jab and not conforming to that shit. But we got to keep it 100 on Kyrie, man. Like, I kind of feel bad for him, man. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like he's confused and lost and don't know which direction he's trying to go. First, it's like he wanted to be a leader of his own team, right? So he didn't want to stay in Cleveland with, to possibly win more championships with LeBron and everything, right? Say he was tired of being second fiddle, say he wanted his second team and did all this fuckboy shit. But he gets to Boston and his personality rubs those young players the wrong way, and he gets there and all of a sudden now it's like he goes to Brooklyn, and it's like there's drama there too. All from saying they didn't need a coach to shit. Saying they need to trade those players like 15 games into the season. His first season with the Brooklyn Nets, he's saying this shit. Okay. Now again, as far as the jab and them trying to make him conform to that shit, I stand with it 100% with that shit. But the other fuckboy shit, I can't give him a pass on, man, because it seems like Kyrie is becoming his own worst enemy as far as actually contributing on the basketball court, man. You know what I mean? Actually contributing to that shit. Now I know it's gonna be some people that disagree. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna take no gripe with anybody that agrees or disagrees. But I'm just saying, it's a pattern with Kyrie Irving, man, and it's like you're over here making these, impromptu meetings with the Lakers. You're over here flirting with the idea of possibly reuniting with LeBron James with the Lakers. Even though we all really know you don't plan on doing that, it's all a negotiation ploy. It's all a negotiation ploy. You know what I mean? It's like, if I'm Kevin Durant, man, I'm looking at this dude sideways like, dude, what the fuck are you doing, man? You're over here, you could have did this shit in a straight up different way, but yet you're over here trying to bullshit around and using the Lakers as leverage. The number one guy, one of my number one rivals in the sport and shit, right? But I don't understand it, man. You know what I mean? But then again, I do, because this is just Kyrie being Kyrie, man. You know what I mean? And it's like not so much his stance, because at the end of the day, I don't have no quarrel with that. But it's the fuckboy shit, saying one thing and then one way after the other coming out the mouth. You know what I mean? It was saying one thing and it's another thing coming out saying another thing, man. And it's like you're doing this shit to alienate your teammates in the locker room and shit. To the point where his personality is somewhat combative. You got to think that, man. You got to think that Kyrie's personality is very combative, man. As far as like being self-righteous, thinking he's right all the time. You know what I mean? Thinking he's right all the time. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, man. This dude, I don't think comes a point in time to where it's only so much you can take. And I think, you know what I mean? I don't think Brooklyn Nets are going to give this dude a contract at all, man. I don't think they should either. You know, I think it's best for both parties to just part ways after this coming season, you know? And making a long-term commitment to Kyrie Irving is proven to be not really it. Given the fact that he's gone back on his word X amount of times, he says things to where, God damn, man, like you said one thing and then it's a whole nother conversation the next day. And it's like, you can like go one day, you go incognito and not even know it, right in the middle of a road trip. And I think Kyrie got some real deeply rooted issues, man. I don't know Kyrie personally. Like I said, I'm starting to feel kind of bad for him and shit. But I think there's some deeply rooted issues with this dude, man. You know what I mean? And it's like basketball is not a priority to this dude. Like I said, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Kyrie Irving retires here in the next couple of years. You know, because his mind is not on basketball. His priority in life, basketball basketball ain't the number one priority in this cat's life no more, man. As far as the situation with Russ and Westbrook and the Lakers, you know, I really thought last year, if anybody can make this work, it's AD and Russ. Well, AD, Russ, and LeBron, them three, they're pretty well grounded enough to where they can make this shit work. They got enough wherewithal and enough collective basketball, and basketball IQ to make this shit work. But from what I understand, it was Russ who facilitated the trade to the Lakers, and LeBron and AD didn't initially want Russ as the first choice. It was a fallback plan, you know? And there's a whole bunch of bullshit was going on to the point where Russ was trying to take over the offense. Russ came out and had a down year, man. And Russ is on the decline, man. Russ is on the straight up decline, you know what I mean? It kind of hurt the Lakers, too. One, for the fact that he couldn't play make, he couldn't facilitate, he couldn't shoot. And it seemed like his athleticism is waning. And after the first month, I knew they were in trouble, man, and this wasn't going to be a good fit, you know. And now the Lakers are asked out all because of Russ's contract, you know. I just feel like at this point, they just need to swallow whatever pride they got, swallow whatever salary they're going to eat, and trade Russ. Because a lot of shit has happened during that time, man. You know what I mean? That he said, she said bullshit. He said, she said bullshit. Russ saying one thing, the Lakers saying another, you know what I mean? The Laker fans calling them Westbrook. Clowns in the media, clowns on YouTube calling him Westbrook. You know, I'm still a Russ fan, you know what I mean? I'm still a Russ fan, you know? And I'm not going to, totally blame the Lakers' shortcomings last year all on Russ, you know what I mean? You blame AD for his mindset and his injuries, for being injury prone, not being committed, LeBron for his age, Frank Vogel for his coaching. The roster was poorly put together, man. You know what I mean? The roster was poorly constructed, you know. And they stay pat, it's gonna be more of the same, if not worse. You know, but I think that might be the case. So Russ and the Lakers might be asked out as far as trying to make this shit work or trying to facilitate some type of trade and shit, man. You know what I mean? I just feel like the Lakers fucked up when they dismantled the 2020 team and being cheap and not giving not re-signing JaVale McGee, not re-signing Dwight Howard, letting Dwight Howard get away, trading for all those pieces that fit. And it became even worse when they brought on Russ, who was even less of a fit. So I just think they just at this point, they just need to blow this shit up. Blow this shit up, man. You know what I mean? I mean, when you think about it, LeBron's 38. He don't got that many years left. 80s priorities. It's not on basketball no more. He's pretty much content. And Russ is just not a fit for what the Lakers are trying to do. And Russ and LeBron's games don't mesh at all, man. Because they both ball dominant. They both beat the ball in their hands, you know what I mean? And both are moderate shooters. In the case of Russ, he's a below average shooter now. But back in his prime, he was okay. You know what I mean? He had it, when he got hot, he could make like 2 or 3 in a row. It's not the case anymore. That shit ain't even the case no more, man. You know what I mean? So it's like, they just need to blow that shit up, man. But tell me what y'all think and like and subscribe to the channel and shit. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.